Next speakers, let's welcome to Uma Amin. Uma is going to talk about mycoviruses, potential biocontrol agent for forest disease management.
Good afternoon, my name is Huma and I'm here to present about the mycoviruses and the potential control for the forest disease management. Starting from the introduction, first of all, what are mycoviruses? Basically, mycoviruses are viruses which are present inside the fungi or infect the fungi. These viruses are basically involved in 3 different ways. They can infect the fungi, or they can also known as mycophages and fungicidal viruses. These viruses are introduced, first of all, in the cultivated mushrooms in 1940s, and they were causing some diseases in the mushrooms, like appearances of the watery appearances in the mushroom. After that, some scientists, they evaluate the samples of the fungi, and they found that these viruses are present in all medical and the pathogenic fungi. About 250 microviruses have been sequenced and from the NCBI database sequencing, and from there, the interesting fact is that they all are the RNA viruses, and just few of them are the DNA viruses. Almost 30% of them are the single-stranded RNA viruses, and the remaining are the double-stranded RNA viruses, and just 1 and 2% of them are the DNA viruses. Now, the question is that why I'm just talking about the mycoviruses and all the fungi and all these diseases? Because from the last few decades, the forests of the different regions, especially in the Europe or in the America, they are basically prone to the fungal diseases. And these fungal diseases are basically causing huge damage to the forest sector. So therefore, I have mentioned a few major diseases which are caused by these viruses and these fungus, and all these fungus have the viruses inside them. Now, there the question arises, why the mycoviruses are so attractive? Why are we using these viruses? The main reason is that there are three main properties of these viruses. They can use as a biocontrol agent, first of all. The second of all, the ecology of these viruses, how these viruses are reacting with the pathogen and with the host. And the third problem is about the virology, the evolution of the viruses, because we don't know how the viruses are evolving from day by day. So, the exploration of the mycoviruses. In 1950s or 1980s, there was a disease which is caused by the Cryptosporidium parasitica, which is a fungal agent of chestnut blight. And this disease has caused many attacks in the chestnut blight in the region of America and Europe. So after that, some of the scientists, they observed that the trees, they have got some lesions in the outer bark, but they are recovering themselves. They don't know what the reason behind this. So what they did, they take the samples from the infected trees and they analyzed these samples in the labs. And they found very interesting result. And the result was that there was something inside the fungal strain that have cured these viruses, or sorry, that have cured these lesions. So this is the reason how we have explored the mycoviruses. The next question arises, why these mycoviruses do in the fungal host? We know they are present in the fungal host, but what's the purpose of these viruses? These viruses do some things. We can't see by naked eyes. Okay, we can see our fungal agent, but we can't see the viruses. These viruses cause latent or we can say the induced symptoms. They are present inside the fungus. They can change alterate the fungus pathogenicity. They can induce some symptoms in the fungus, but we can't see with our naked eyes for all these things. Okay, so the main purpose of my presentation is about the disease interaction management. The mycoviruses can manage the disease by 3 different ways. First of all, hypervirulence. Hypervirulence is a phenomenon which the viruses are doing in the fungus. What they do, they basically affect the pathogenicity of the fungus and alter the pathogenicity. And if the fungus pathogenicity is going to alter, it means it can reduce this disease symptoms and disease incidence severities. The second one is killer phenomena. The killer phenomena is present in some of the fungi, but not in all pathogenic fungi. So viruses can help in this way in the disease management. And the third one, and the okay, sorry. So, and the third one, they can alter the fungal thermostability temperature. It means some of the tropical grass, if they are infected with the fungi, and these fungi have the mycoviruses, what they have, if they are going to stabilize in 38-degree temperature, and these mycoviruses can increase the thermostability, and they can survive at almost more than 50-degree temperatures. So, in my case study, my basically thesis is depend upon the case study of the Fusarium cincinnatum. Fusarium cincinnatum is a pine pitch canker causing agent. This disease is prevailing in all around the Europe and especially in America. But in the Europe, in some regions, it has been cured. But in Spain, it's still present, and we are working on that to find out the reason, means why it is still here, and we are doing with some mycoviruses strains. Fusarium cincinnatum has 3 different types of mycoviral strain. And what we did in an experiment, we wanted to find out if we get out the fungus from the mycoviruses from the fungus, then how can these isogenic lines can help us in the future. So for this purpose, we chose some different strains with the 3 different mycoviruses. We did different thermal treatments, and we did different antiviral treatments with the different antiviruses. After this, we did 5 weeks treatment with the thermal stability and with the antiviral, and after that, we go for the RNA extraction and with the qPCRs. But the interesting thing is that from the literature and in phenomenon research, we can't figure out the promising results, but we can cure some viruses, but we can't cure. So this is the reason we want to know what is the impact of these viruses. Okay, there are 2 main important points. We know that the viruses, mycoviruses, they are using as a biocontrol agent. Okay, we have a chestnut example, but on the same side, they are also infecting the fungus, some mushrooms. So we can't get a promising result. In the other way, the other reason is that we don't know what are the viruses and host associations, I mean how they are linked with each other, how they are going to communicate with the signals, all these things. And the third important point, we figure out that in some areas, they trigger the inoculation by itself, but this of the chestnut fungus, light fungus, but it doesn't work in the field condition. So it may be the reasons that we can't get, these viruses we can't apply it in the field condition very well, so we have to figure out some things in it. The other impact is that these viruses, mycoviruses, when they are infected in the fungi, in the plants, they basically stimulate the defense mechanism in plants, and they have produced different vaccinations in plants. So this is also acting as a vaccination things. At the end, the concluding remarks is that okay, we know about the viruses, we are going to use this as BCS, but first of all, we have to know about how these hypervirulence mechanism of the viruses and fungal host plant and the plant are going to work, because this is a tri-interaction mechanism in which we have to know about the chemistry of the viruses, we know how viruses deal with the fungus, and how viruses are deal with all the plants. And the other thing is that we have to introduce new delivery methods used for the biological control delivery method, which is known as, and we can use in the future. Okay, now about the future challenges of the mycoviruses. We come to know about that the mycoviruses are evolving from many years. There are many new emerging mycoviruses in all over the world. And the second point is that about the mycoviruses, that we don't know about the because some viruses have the vegetative incompatibility. They can't transfer from one fungal strain to another fungal strain, so we have to come to know about the vegetable incompatibility. And the main important point, we have to figure out how the fungal host strain, how many times a fungal host strain can take to deliver from non-pathogenic strain to the pathogenic strain. So when we know about the delivery time, we can use these viruses as a commercial control in the field condition. And in this way, we can use these mycoviruses both in field or in the lab condition. But still, it's not in the lab field condition very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Huma.